Hey guys, it's Mr. M. Okay, so today what we're going to work on is some placemats. Earlier in the year when we were painting using tempera paints, we were using watercolors, they had a tendency to spill and get on the tables, and since I'm pushing into your classrooms on a cart, I want to make sure that the room is kept clean. So this is an opportunity to draw your own artwork and that you can use as a placemat on your table to prevent spills. All right. So what you got is a very large white piece of paper, which your teacher is going to provide for you. And I'm going to stick this in the laminator machine, which puts a plastic covering on the whole thing so that it's waterproof. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to fill this whole space with your artwork. You could draw Among Us characters. You could draw a unicorn, a dragon, a castle with a princess in it sitting on top of the mountains, okay? A house with a rainbow behind it. Anything that your heart desires, okay? For the older students, you could draw one of those Picasso-inspired guitars. Remember we did that with the cubism, okay? You could draw a city landscape that reflects in the water below it, okay? Lots of ideas that you guys can put down on paper. I'm going to draw some Among Us characters. I'm going to draw a unicorn, and I'm going to draw a dragon. And these can stay up on the screen long after this is over, so you can reference that if you need an example of how to draw something, okay? Otherwise, use your imagination, come up with something cool, and have a great day. All right, bye-bye. Okay, so let's begin here. I've got my pencil, and I've got a black permanent marker. You're going to outline in this like we always do, and sketch things out in this, okay? So let's start with Among Us characters, okay? I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. So for me, Among Us characters always start with a rectangle that kind of has rounded corners slightly, but don't worry too much about that. Once you do that, you need to put this little circle in here that you will not color in. You'll leave this white. That's the little glare reflection. Okay. You're then going to draw a straight line down. Okay. And right where that straight line comes down, you're going to start a rounded part. Okay. It curves around and goes down and is parallel with this line. So you're going to go a straight line down, then a rounded line that starts right where this line is and goes around, okay, and stops. From there, you'll draw two little lines like that that kind of come over, and then an upside down letter U, okay? Go up, curve, come down. Upside down letter U, and that's going to make the two legs. From there, you're just going to add a little rectangle on the back to make the backpack. You can make little ones. Let's start with a rounded rectangle. Then the little glare piece that you don't color in. Draw a line straight down. Start this line right here. Curve it around and come down. Draw the little thing, upside down letter U, and a little backpack. And there's your Among Us characters. You could put a little leaf on his head, right? They have different hats and things, I'm pretty sure. If you want to draw an Among Us character that has just recently been taken out, if you will, you got to draw the bone. So we're going to start with two lines, a curved line, and another curved line. Now that's the bone, okay? Then you're going to round this part off a little bit. So you're going to go whoop, like that. Then you're going to draw a circle around it. Okay. You're going to draw another circle around that. Right? And then the same bone shape that's right here, you're going to make out here. So you're going to draw two lines that are just like these. And you're going to make a rounded end and another rounded end. Okay, and that's kind of what the end result of Among Us characters in the game looks like. Okay, so you got the big guy, the little guy, and that one. All right, I'm going to outline these real quick so you can see them. And you can round this part too if you want when you go back in with the marker. So I'm going to round it. I'm going to round it off. I'm going to go up here, straight down. And then let's say I make the little, here's a leaf. Here is a leaf. I'm going to go to the little guy here. Round. Okay, and I will end up with the bone. Okay, once you get it to this stage, grab your colored pencils, grab your markers, whatever you want to do. The oil pastels that your teacher is going to give you are fantastic for coloring, but you could take these and color it all in, however you want, okay? I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. I'm going to move on to the unicorn. All right, so for a unicorn, I always like to start off with the ear. So you've got your ear shape, almost looks like a leaf. Then you've got the little line that you draw on the inside of the ear, okay? Then what I want to do is I want to draw the horn. Okay, so I'm going to put a little line right there to indicate that that's where it's going to start. And I'm going to draw a skinny piece of pizza. Okay, and then I'm going to put little round lines all the way up the horn. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to draw the face. Okay, I'm going to start at this bottom line of the horn. I'm going to draw a line that comes out, then it ducks back in. Okay, goes out, ducks back in. Right here is the eye, so I'm going to draw a little line with some eyelashes, like it's sleeping. Now we got to make a long line here for the nose. Now when you draw the nose, you've got to make a little hill. So you're going to go like that, come around, and then you're going to make the other part of the nose. Okay. From the ear, you're going to make the jawbone. Okay. Maybe you put a little smile in there. And then you're going to start to make just little curls, little hair pieces that come down wherever you want them to go, okay? And I want little hair pieces sticking out and curling around. Maybe there's a piece that comes down like this, wrapping around the ear. And then this is the bottom part of the neck, right here. But then I'm going to make all those little hair pieces come out from here as well. Okay. Maybe they curve this way and twirl around. So give that a try, okay? Feel free to erase if you make a mistake. Okay guys, for some reason my recorder stopped, but basically after you get the unicorn all penciled in, take your black permanent marker and outline all your lines. This is a good time to make any corrections that you do not like in your drawing. Okay, so I didn't like a few things by the ear, so I changed them, and I can erase all this extra stuff that I don't like if I want to. I didn't like how high her nose went, so I made it a little bit lower, and I can erase this with a pencil if I want to. Okay, so now let's go on to a dragon, okay? And I'm going to do that dragon down here in this corner. What I would do, you're going to have two long rectangles. Here's a rectangle, okay? These corners are going to touch. Here is another rectangle. Okay, now that is its mouth. It's an open mouth, right? I want you to fill in this area with a circle. And that's like its jawbone, if you will. Okay, so here's the upper part of the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, and then its jaw. Right up here, you're going to make another skinny rectangle. Okay? And then from there, this is going to be its neck, and this is going to be its neck. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is utilize your eraser. Every sharp corner, I want you to round it off. So here's a sharp corner. I'm going to erase it, and I'm going to round it off. Here is a sharp corner. I'm going to erase it. I'm going to round it off. Here's a sharp corner. Going to erase it. I'm going to round it off. Okay. I don't need this stuff right here anymore. Okay. So I'm going to erase all of these so that it looks like one complete face. So let's bring this down into the circle and bring that down into the jaw. Okay. All right. So all this inside stuff I erased. Now you can add some teeth. You can add some teeth on the lower part. You can put a tongue in there if you want to. Remember that the eye of the dragon is going to look kind of like a football. Okay. I'm going to put, for an iris, instead of doing a circle, I'm going to make it look a little bit more like a cat eye, like this. You guys know cat eyes. This would be a time if you wanted to add another nostril. If you want to do the little bone plates that are on the neck. Okay. If you want to add spikes going down the dragon's neck, that. If you want to add scales, it's just the letter C. C, 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 C. All right. Okay. Any little things that you want to add to make it cool. I mean, you could put fire coming out of its mouth, okay, if you want. It's up to you, okay? I'm going to outline this in black marker. Again, getting rid of anything that I don't really like. We don't really have to keep everything that we drew in pencil. If you don't like the way that it looks, when you go to outline with your black marker, get rid of it. That. Outlining. Football-shaped eye with the cat iris. The spikes. All right. The armor plates on its neck. The teeth. The tongue. The letter C for scales down its neck. Okay. Maybe there's a couple of those letter C's in its face. You know, wherever you want to put it. Maybe I've got the fire coming out. All right. And then you may take your handy dandy colored pencils or oil pastels or crayons, whatever you have, and start coloring this bad boy in, okay? Make it super cool. All right, so we've got Among Us characters, we've got a unicorn, we've got a dragon, but that doesn't mean you have to do those things. I want you to get creative. I want you to come up with whatever you want to. I mean, here's a city landscape, right? You got your cities. These are just rectangles and triangles, okay? All the way across. Here's your horizon line. If you go like this, little squiggly lines, matching what you did up here for the most part. This is a taller building, so I'll do a tall one. Okay, check that out. Maybe fill it in a little bit better. Look at that. We've got a city landscape with a reflection in the water. You can do any of this. Maybe up here I've got a little moon, right? So get creative, have fun, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.